Hello and welcome to this ClickFunnels review. My name's Zimmeron, and this is one of many videos that I've done over the last week and a half on ClickFunnels. So this particular video is going to give you a brief walkthrough of the membership funnel or the membership section of ClickFunnels. And to be quite honest, this is one of the areas that I'm most excited about, mostly because I do have a lot of training courses out there that I've put out there, and I've actually used Udemy, and I've used quite a few other I guess content delivery platforms, including WordPress, infamous WordPress, of course, um, which is primarily what I've used the most to deliver a lot of my content and things like that. So why ClickFunnels? What's the point? Who cares? Okay. Well, ClickFunnels, besides, if you've seen my previous videos, besides having the most simple user interface to not only edit your templates visually and be able to have the flexibility to really make them unique, um, and really deviate from the original templates that they're supplying with ClickFunnels for all the different types of pages that you might have in a sales funnel. But they've also got this membership section here that is going to allow me to build the membership area of my website and be able to deliver my training, my courses, drip feed them as well, which means that I can have certain videos show up only after the user has been a member for a certain number of days. So that can be very good to to release module 1 for week 1, module 2 for week 3, etc. Um, ClickFunnels, of all the squeeze page, landing page builders that exist out there, whether they're WordPress based or whether they're some of the bigger ones like InstaBuilder, InstaPages, 10-minute pages, lead pages, 1-minute pages. I mean, there's all sorts of systems out there. They all do offer membership pages, but none of them, really uh, are really building out your actual membership area itself. So ClickFunnels gives a membership area where people can log into and they're able to go in and access your course. And that is huge. That means you don't need membership plugins, you don't need to be configuring any pages in WordPress, you don't need to be making sure everything's locked down, you don't need to worry about breaches of security or just funky ways in which WordPress handles things. You just don't need all these hundreds of other variables that you have to make sure are all in place. You can use ClickFunnels and handle it very simply. Now, it doesn't handle every type of membership situation. It's fairly much designed to deliver online courses. And so it's strictly, well, at this moment in time, it's able to deliver your software, it's able to deliver video courses, it's able to deliver products. But for instance, if you have a magazine like subscription where content expires and things like that, which is very advanced type membership systems, ClickFunnels does not yet cater for that. I do not know what their plans are in the future, but this is absolutely perfect and amazing to deliver your online video course. And so what I'm going to do is do what I normally do, and that is just click Create Funnel. And I'm going to go in here and put here membership example. Okay. And create funnel. And here it goes. So it's gone ahead and built my funnel using those default pages that it was showing that make up the membership funnel. And basically there's two types of pages that make up the membership side of things. Okay, there's the membership access page, okay, which is where the person would go to register their credentials to get access to the membership portion. So if I go into preview here on one of these templates, you can see this is what the page is like. So if you have your opt-in page or your sales page and people sign up and pay for access, then you would redirect them to this particular page. If you wanted to, you could actually build out the entire funnel and put in your opt-in pages and your lead pages and your video pages, that are part of the sales process, all in here, and then you'd be able to end it with your membership access. And then, and I'm just going to just use this particular template, just select that. So here we go. It's gone ahead and added this page as part of my funnel, and then of course I have the membership area itself. Okay, and just like before, there's this drop down where you can go and deviate and select from all these other different page types: membership access, order forms, downsell pages, upsell pages, webinar replay pages, broadcast rooms, blah 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 blah. You can just make this as simple or as complex as you want it to. And the complex side of things is actually good because it shows the level of flexibility that ClickFunnels has. This is not just a system to build these really simple basic funnels and and be done with it. This system is robust enough to create the most complex of sales funnels with upsells, downsells, and all sorts of things, and you can just really manage it with drag and drop ease. Like I've shown before, you can move pages or the sequence of your funnel pages just by drag and drop. I'll use this. Let's preview this membership page. Okay, this is what my membership page is going to look like. So that's fine. I'll just use this gray one. So I go ahead and select my template, and just like with my previous videos, once you select the template, it gives you now the ability to go in there and not only edit that page, but be able to track all your statistics and split tests. And one of the cool things about ClickFunnels, which I didn't even know prior to getting access to this new version and all of that, was that they actually included just basic general emails in there that you could set up so that if one person passes through the membership access area, it'll send out a notification and welcome them and thank them and all of that. So you can actually create emails as long as you've set up your SMTP settings. So even if you don't have an autoresponder, which I recommend that you do, an autoresponder email system, ClickFunnels can still send out your email notifications and things like that. You can of course also integrate everything into WordPress as necessary, and Facebook as well. And of course you've got the amazing split testing, which is really critical in certain areas of your sales funnels, and you can track everything. Okay, now when I go to the members area, okay, the membership area, it works differently than the regular areas of the system, the regular pages, okay? And that's because you can go in, for instance, and open the membership area in an editor. Like I'm just going to open it up in the editor just so that we can get in here. And you can see, I mean, every time I see this come up, I get a smile on my face because I just find it so simple to use. Simple menu on the side here. Any element that needs to change, you just click on it, and a little box will open up giving you all the different things that you can do with that element. And of course, if you need to change text or anything like that, you can do it on screen. Now, one of the things that might get a little bit confusing if you're building out a membership page is that this membership content area, this area here, okay, you don't modify it here. You modify the look and the feel of your entire page, okay? But you actually, when it comes to the membership pages, you do them individually, okay? So let me just come in here. You do them as you add a new lesson section or a new lesson to the system. So if you watch this, let's just go in here and we'll add a new lesson here, and I'm going to just call it module 1, okay? I'm going to create that lesson section here, okay? So basically module 1's been created. It's got restricted access. Obviously I can change that if I wanted to. And then now I can go in here and add each lesson. So here is for module 1, lesson 1. I can select from a page template. I'm just going to call it, it's a video lesson. So I'm going to select a video lesson, and then here's where you can select how many days for it to drip before it actually shows up in the membership area. Okay, and the reason for doing drip type of training courses can be varied, but one of the main reasons why is to keep people focused. A lot of people, when they do your training courses, they just want to jump to the end. They just want the meat and potatoes. They don't actually really want to go through the courses. It's actually, being a course creator and developer, it's actually really frustrating, and you'd be surprised at the statistics of how many people that buy your courses actually really go through the entire course from start to finish. Very few people do it, and then they wonder why they don't get results. But worse than that is then you've got the intense amount of drop-off rate for people implementing and following what the course says. Again, if people are going to complain about not making money online, or that their businesses aren't going to take off, or whatever else, if you're going to buy a course, my recommendation is to just do it and give it a shot. I mean, if you realize it's not for you, then get your money back. Okay, make sure to get your money back if it's not for you. It's just the way that it should be, and don't waste your money and don't waste your time looking for endless courses about the same thing over and over again. Trust me, I've been there, I've done that. I've spent tens of thousands of dollars on courses and programs, 80% of which, maybe even 90% of which, I never used or never got anything out of. And shame on me as far as that's concerned. You're better off to just stay focused. So anyway, the drip portion can be helpful to keep people focused on one specific area of your training course for enough time for them to really sink their teeth into, and if you're smart, then you can give them worksheets and things like that to do, so that way when they do get to module 2, which you release 7 days later or whatever else, they'll be more likely to have actually done something and taken in what they're learning. As far as that doesn't mean you're crazy. It means taking in, absorbing what they're learning. Okay, so look, here I go. I create the lesson, and here it is. Woohoo! All right, so it's a 0-day drip, which means it's instantly available as soon as they log into their members area, and then I can add as many lessons as I want, as many modules as I want. Now this is where it gets, this is where it's a little different, because when you open this members area template, as I said, you're recreating what that page is going to, the look and feel of the overall page. But it's actually when you go in here and open in editor, it brings up that specific lesson and that specific area of the membership page. Okay, because each video is fairly much it's training. So you can go in here and you can, edit the text. You can add, you can add PDF slides or MP4 videos. You can really add whatever you want. If there's more than one video that you want to add to this particular training, there's part one, part two, then you're able to go in here and, add, entirely new sections, here, and build out this part of the body of the page to whatever degree that you want to. So then, when I come in here and open in editor, this section here is what I just edited and controlled. So that's the only thing you just need to know here. Membership content, this particular box gets edited separately where you create your lessons and your modules. Okay, everything else is automatic. Now, one of the cool things, which obviously I haven't tested out because I'm fairly much doing this cold turkey, is that in the members area where the members log in, they can actually take notes. It tracks their progress from video to video, and you have all of that data available to you on the back end. But the thing is that the user experience of going in to the membership area is a really nice and pleasant one. And as I said, they can actually take notes as they're watching the videos. They get access to their content. It tracks their progress, and they're able to go to whatever areas of the membership area that they want. And you can, of course, go in here and there's a dashboard, there's a support area, and all of that, so you can configure your additional links to other areas, like if you've got a support system that that you're using, like OS Ticket, which is a free system that you can just install pretty easily. Then you can link it to there. But basically, what can I say? This is a very mature and simple way of being able to create an entire membership system without needing to deal with plugins and WordPress issues and all the other things that make building websites and building these type of training content delivery systems so much more of a pain in the butt that they need to be. And so, as far as I'm concerned, ClickFunnels has done a really good job with doing this, and especially when you factor in that you can add pages and manipulate things and really tweak it. And the cool thing is, I've never really spoken a lot about the buttons up the top here, but you can reset your statistics. You can share your funnel and get the link for it. You can duplicate your funnels, which is the main thing that I wanted to just sort of bring up is once you have gone ahead and created your funnels that you like and modified certain templates, you can go ahead and copy those and duplicate those. So if you have a certain way of doing things that you like the way that you have set that up, you don't need to go through that process again. You can just duplicate anything that you want, and be able to create multiple versions of similar funnels for different products and services. So you can save a lot of time, especially if you've done a lot of split testing and you know that what you've got going on is pretty much optimized or very well optimized. And why go in there and have to edit everything again and redo everything when you can just copy everything, go in, make a few tweaks, and be done with it. So that is basically all I have to say. Of course, this can be integrated with your own website. You can use your own domain as well. And, I encourage you, if you haven't watched some of my other videos, to please watch them if you're interested, if you find what I say to be of some value to you, then awesome. You know, just like before, click on the annotations or the links below, wherever you're watching this from. If you are interested in ClickFunnels, they're offering a 14-day trial. I do not know how much longer they're going to be offering that for, but if you get in there, you get 2 weeks to test it out and play around with it. If for some reason the trial is no longer available, then I recommend that you sign up and give it a whirl, because you will certainly find it far easier to use than anything else that's out there at the moment, and it certainly provides the flexibility, and to be able to create from ultra simple sales funnels to really complex professional sales funnels that have all sorts of different types of upsells and downsells and machinations going on. This is really a one-stop shopping as far as I'm concerned. Other than an email autoresponder program, maybe, and obviously you need a payment processor like PayPal or Stripe or something like that, or if you've got some of the other systems that are out there that can integrate into this, then you're pretty much, all set. You don't need all the other headaches and hassles. Certainly not if you're wanting to just be delivering tons of products and online digital services and things like that. This is really cool for that. But it is also really important for me to emphasize that the sales funnels that you're building in here can be for any type of business, especially if you're into offline clients. I used to have quite a big offline business, and I used to do a ton of web development, search engine optimizing, and all sorts of other cool things with my clients, and I'd build custom software and things like that for them. And this, at the end of the day, all these offline businesses want one thing: leads. Okay, targeted leads, as a matter of fact. So, any business out there needs every business out there needs a sales funnel, whether they're a dentist and a chiropractor or the plumber down the street. If you're online, you want those leads, and the only way to collect those leads is by creating some form of an opt-in funnel system. And generally, most companies' websites do not cater for lead generation very well. So if you can come in and build them awesome funnels and use your own landing pages and your own domains to be capturing and taking those leads and then selling them off to your offline clients, then it's a really good business to be in, and a lot of people are finding success with that, especially if you know how to do search engine optimizing and all of that sort of stuff. So anyway, ClickFunnels, yes, no, maybe, up to you. All I know is I like it. I've already built out my first sales funnel for one of my website, one of my properties that are out there. I sort of don't want to reveal that in this particular video. But anyway, I'm starting to use ClickFunnels. I'm having fun with ClickFunnels, and I hope that you do too. And look, again, if you can't afford ClickFunnels, then honestly, I would recommend InstaBuilder, which is a WordPress plugin. That is probably the simplest and certainly the cheapest way for you to be able to create very simple sales pages and opt-in pages. It's not as flexible. It's not fancy by any means, but it does have a lot of good functions in there. I would not graduate to lead pages or 10-minute pages. Optimize Press 2 would be the other alternative that I would recommend. The only thing about Optimize Press 2 is that you're already, getting to a steeper pay scale, and you are restricting yourself to WordPress. So in that case, I would probably make the jump to ClickFunnels, and skip over Optimize Press, unless you want to really stick with WordPress and you want to build more complex pages and you want to have flexibility. Then I would recommend Optimize Press in that particular case. But of everything that's out there, this is the most complete system that's out there. So anyway, I like to chat, I guess. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I hope you've gotten something out of this. And again, click on my links and all of that stuff if you're interested. Make sure that if you do end up buying through my link, then claim your bonuses. Make sure to claim your bonuses. Okay. I don't really emphasize my bonuses too much, not because they're not good and not because I'm concerned about all the other bonuses that other people are touting out there, but simply because, at the end of the day, do you want ClickFunnels? Do you not want ClickFunnels? You can be rest assured that my bonuses are worth a lot, but they're only truly worth the value of what you put into them. If you do a training course and it ends up making you $10,000 a month, or $100,000 a month, or whatever, then what's the value of that training course? You tell me. Is it 100, 200, or is it the 100,000 or the $10,000 a month that you're now earning? So at the end of the day, you get what you put out of it. I can just assure you that my bonuses are of good quality, and I've got Facebook training in there. I've got YouTube training in there, Google Hangouts trainings, and then I've got another course in there that's all about, it's about 22 hours worth of training to do with online businesses. And how to run your own online business, and how to systemize it and automate a lot of the functions, and be able to basically go from small time to big time in the fastest, most easiest way. And it's the training course that was the one that changed my whole online business and how I treated my online business, because prior to that I was mostly into web development and everything. But when I started to shift into the internet marketing realms, things aren't as easy as what people had expressed, but ironically it is that easy, and that's what makes the internet marketing industry such an interesting area to be involved in. Because you've got all these people claiming, I made this much money in 5 seconds, and I made that much money in 2.5 seconds, and you can do it too. Just give me $10 and then I'll upsell you on all the other things that you need in order to become successful. So, we're sold this storyline of how easy it is to make money online, yet ironically, it is very easy to make money online. The problem is that people get caught up in all the fluff and in all the gadgets and gimmicks and things like that, rather than actually just creating a real business. Pick a niche, pick a topic, pick something that you're interested in, follow through with it, implement, and do the work, because it requires work. Period. The end. That's why I like ClickFunnels, because it saves me time. Look, if it saves me just a few hours a week or a month, it covers itself, because when I bill out my hours, I don't bill out $20 an hour, $10 an hour, or $5 an hour. When I bill out my time to my clients, I bill out hundreds of dollars an hour if I can, or more. depending on what it is that I'm doing and so forth. So, 1 hour of saved time for me covers the monthly cost of ClickFunnels, and that's how I look at it. And that's how I view it. But you know what? Those 5 hours or however many hours I save per funnel that I build out, and then all the other maintenance and management and all the things that continue on. Who's the winner? I'm the winner at the end of the day. Because if I'm billing out a couple of $100 an hour and I'm able to spend that on tasks that are going to make me that money, or generate sales that are of value to me, thousands of dollars of value to me, then you tell me, what is ClickFunnels worth to you? Alrighty, and what is building a proper sales funnel worth to you? If you haven't looked at clickfunnelreviews.com, clickfunnelreviews.com, the domain name's somewhere here. There's a link to it somewhere. If you don't know too much about sales funnels, you really should sort of read up on them and learn just how much of a dramatic increase in ROI a sales funnel can have in your business. It's shocking. Just adding one upsell can completely change a business from being not profitable to actually making quite a lot of money, especially if you know what you're doing, you know how to build those relationships, and you're providing quality. Okay, so 32-minute video. Sorry about that. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you got this far, then kudos to you. Obviously, if you got this far, then you're interested in what I have to say, and I don't mind chatting. So thank you very much for watching this video, and we will see each other sometime soon, I hope. Thank you.